There was a question posed to you about, the prop gun, when you got it, was empty, fair?
Yes, when I cleared it at my unit, it was empty.
But you don't know what happened exactly to the ammo that was in it at the time of the incident, right?
No, I do not.
And somebody told you that Dave, the first assistant director, head of safety, had the rounds, right?
Objection assumes facts not in evidence.
He's asking him.
It's just a question. Do you know that?
I don't know who Dave is. I don't remember any of their names to this date,
Okay.
other than the victims.
Well, do you remember somebody telling you that the rounds were back at the cart?
I believe Hannah was talking to somebody, and they directed it to that they were on the cart.
And was that a male?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And you don't know, as you sit here today, whether that was Dave Hall's head of safety of the set?
Yeah, I don't remember. No.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to refresh you in a moment on that, but while I'm doing that, I'm just going to move on for a second, which is the next time you see the cart, right? It's being brought to you in a different location, right? The cart gets moved.
Yes,
yeah?
from the first time I saw it, where that gentleman directed me to it, and he said that the gun used wasn't there until the gentleman brought it to me. Yes.
And you've said that ideally that's not how it would have gone down, right?
Not at all. But I was trying to improvise as much as I could.
Okay. There were eventually, when you get the prop cart back, the sort of third viewing of the prop cart, there was ammunition on top of the cart, fair?
Yes, and that's what I saw when I first saw it.
And you saw it again when the cart came back, right?
Correct.
And at one point you actually sort of reached down and touched some of the ammunition, true?
I believe I picked them up and put them down. I didn't know if they were live. I didn't know anything. So.
And another civilian came over and picked one up and showed you one was this and one was that, right?
Yeah, he explained real quick, which it didn't register too much to me, but he was trying to instruct me what to look for, I guess.
And if I could just show the witness, I assume no objection to states 26. Okay. If I could offer, I don't know if you want me to do this. If I could offer states 26, or should I make it a defense exhibit?
Your Honor, we have no objection to admitting our own exhibit, so thank you.
Great. So I'll admit states 26.
States 22?
26, Your Honor.
All right.
Do you see that on your screen, sir?
Yes, I do.
And if you look sort of in the middle section, the 2 and 2, the 2 and the 2.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Can you tell which ones are dummies and lives by looking at them?
I do not.
We can take that down. Where was the backup? You're talking about a lot in direct about how, this happens and that happens, and I'm just sort of curious, where was backup?
Backup is in...
That's in more, reinforcement, sir, so that you didn't have to try to manage all of this.
So that day I had 7 deputies, including myself, on duty here in Santa Fe County. I had Deputy LaFleur was a swing shift deputy, so he was coming into work. I believe he lives somewhere in Albuquerque. And he was coming into work when the call came in. And it was myself and the corporal who were available at the time. So there was only 3 of us, and the rest were northern part of the county and the eastern part of the county and the southern part of the county.
And you called backups for the state police, right?
I did.
And they, that request for backup was denied by supervisors, correct?
If I remember correctly, yes. Or they didn't have, I don't remember if they said they didn't have enough, or they didn't have availability, or the supervisor just said no.
Didn't the supervisor say that they believed this would likely be unfounded and it was probably an accident?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay and assumes facts not in evidence.
It's a proper question, obviously, because I'm asking why the backup didn't come in if he knows that.
We're going to strike that question and answer, and he can rephrase. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
When I say strike, that means disregard the question and the answer. Thank you.
You called for the state police and they didn't come, right?
Yes.
And that would have been your supervisor's call, not yours, correct?
My supervisor? No.
Yeah, I'm asking.
No.
Whether or not that request went to the state.
No.
That wouldn't have been your supervisor's call?
That wouldn't have been my supervisor's call, no.
Did you make that call direct?
I asked dispatch to talk to state police to see if they could send people to help me with the scene.
Okay. The perimeter that you talked about did not include the prop truck, correct?
Yeah, I didn't know what any of that was. I was just trying to take care of what happened in the church.
Right. So, but just so that it's clear for the members of the jury, you later learned that cart that we're looking at rolls up and goes into a prop truck that housed the rest of the firearms and ammunition.
Objection, speculation.
If he knows.
I did not know that. I did not.
No, I know you did. I know you're saying you didn't know that then. I'm saying you did become aware later that there was a prop truck, right?
Objection, hearsay and speculation.
I think you asked an answer. Didn't you just ask that question?
I can just move on to another if he doesn't know. Okay. But fair to say, law enforcement wanted to find the origin of the bullet that struck Ms. Hutchins, right?
My personal involvement was just taking care of the evidence, and I don't know what happened after that.
Well, you collected those white boxes, right? Those
Yes.
2 white generic boxes, didn't you?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So, I mean, you wanted to, as I think you testified direct, find the source of the ammunition, correct?
Yes, whatever Hannah directed me to, yes.
And you wanted to talk to Hannah about this, correct?
I kept her for the detectives, yes.
She said, "Oh my God, fuck, I'm so sorry."
I did hear that on my lapel, yes.
Okay. Everyone's been yelling at her,
I did hear that in my lapel,
and you placed her in the police car, right?
in the back of my patrol car, yes.
Right. Nobody placed Mr. Baldwin in a police car, correct?
Objection, relevance.
Correct.
Correct.
Now, you know, when you're at the scene talking to witnesses, which you can hear yourself doing on that lapel, you know, you're letting witnesses give you information. Fair?
Yes.
You're not, you know, trying to put words in their mouth, right?
No.
You're not cutting them off, right?
I probably did some of them, but I try to listen to them. Yes.
Well, you're trying to look at the facts and circumstances and trying to figure out whether or not a crime occurred or whether this was an accident. Fair?
All I was trying to do was preserve the evidence for the detectives. That's all I was trying to do.
And you understood that the detectives were trying to rule out that it was a crime, correct?
Objection, speculation.
Overruled. He can ask if he understood that or not.
You understood from meeting with the detectives that they were trying to figure out and rule out if this was a crime.
Well, that's our main function, is to see if there was a crime committed or not.
So you agree with me, right?
That's our main function as law enforcement. Yes.
Okay. You don't know how the live bullet got on the movie set?
I do not.
You don't know why the armor loaded into the prop gun. She didn't tell you that.
No, I do not.
And you don't know why the first AD failed to detect it.
The what?
The first assistant director, that guy Dave.
Oh, I do not. I don't.
Okay. And you still work for the Santa Fe Sheriff's Office?
Do I still work? No, I'm retired.
You've retired. Okay. I have nothing further for this witness at this time.
All right, thank you. Redirect.
Yes, Your Honor, briefly, thank you. Mr. Benavides, you were shown State's Exhibit 26 on cross-examination. Do you know where those rounds that we see on 26 came from?
I do not.
You testified on cross-examination that this cart was disorderly, I believe is what you said. It was a mess.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Was that cart in a place where it was visible to everybody who worked on that set?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Well, if I'll rephrase, Your Honor. Was it in a visible place?
Objection. Vague. Unclear.
Well, why don't you describe where you saw it?
I believe it was next to a tent, and there was people all around it.
Now, you were asked a question about leaving the cart, this prop cart, unattended. Did you leave it unattended where anybody would come and be able to remove and take things off it?
When I took custody, when I saw the gentleman bringing it
Yes,
to
sir.
front of my unit,
Yes,
it
sir.
stayed right there, and nobody messed with it. No.
Now, you were shown photos of the, let me show you State's Exhibit number 7, if I may. Showing you State's Exhibit number 9. Did you have any reason to believe that was a fake gun?
It was a movie set. I did not know if it was fake or real.
How about State's Exhibit number 6 that you have in front of you? When you took that into custody, did you have any reason to believe that that was not a real gun?
No.
Did you have any involvement in this prop truck that you were asked about?
No. At the time, I didn't know anything about a prop truck.
Why did you place Ms. Gutierrez in the back of your police car?
She was the main person that was handling the firearm, and common sense told me that detectives wanted to speak to her.
Were you asked about where to place Mr. Baldwin?
No. I believe Deputy LaFleur asked me, but there was so many witnesses on his side. I just told him to keep him separated from everybody and everybody from each other as much as possible.
Now, is the reason he was not placed in a police car because he wasn't a suspect?
At the time, I don't remember if somebody told. At the time, I don't remember if somebody told me he was handling the gun. I don't remember. So no.
So he wasn't placed in a police car just because there were other reasons?
She has not asked the question yet. So,
I'll rephrase, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Spiro asked you, you didn't place Mr. Baldwin in a police car, but you placed Hannah. Is it because Mr. Baldwin was different from Hannah, or was it other reasons?
It was other reasons. Like I said, Deputy LaFleur had a lot of people on his side of the movie set, so keeping one person in a police car, you got to watch them, and then you got to watch everybody else. So he was able to watch everybody all at once.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
all right, we're going to take our bathroom break. We'll be back at 3:15. Please don't talk among yourselves or anyone else about the evidence received here in court. We are in recess.